Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about emotions a little bit more because there's so much of a focus in the TMS world about emotions. So the topic is going to be allow, don't dig. So I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. Let's enjoy the peace and quiet. And know, for those of you wise guys, I have not put the books back in the bookshelf yet. That's on my to-do list for sure. So breathe in something positive. Allow all the negative crap to be exhaled. Breathe in something good. Exhale something bad. So, in the TMS community, there's a lot of focus on journaling, expressive writing, mindfulness, and there seems to be, an encouragement to dig up your past traumas. And that's not all of it. I mean, some of it is about your past, some of it's about your present, some of it's about your personality traits. But I think the focus seems to be journal about your past. And the primary reason for that is because Dr. Sarno said TMS is because of our repressed emotions, primarily rage. So I think that sends a big percentage, a big majority of the TMS community into this process of, I need to go find this long-lost emotion, this repressed emotion that's causing all of this stuff. And sometimes it might yield a result. Sometimes it doesn't. The primary reason for that is for anybody who's had significant pain for a while, you're not likely in pain today because of what was going on when it started, right? Most of us can kind of look back and go, well, yeah, here's what was going on when my pain started. We all kind of have a story of, yeah, it was pretty chaotic, either work-wise, relationship-wise, family-wise, grieving over the loss of an animal, a parent, a friend. Lots of people can connect the dots when the pain started. But for many of us, years later, we're still in pain. And in most cases, not most, in many cases, all of those issues that were going on at the time the symptoms started have kind of resolved, and they're no longer creating emotional energy for you, right? You've kind of dealt with those things, and your stressors have changed, and now a lot of the stressors are about the symptoms and the pains. And so allow, not dig, or don't dig. What I mean by that is, yes, feeling emotions is important. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, I do say that the brain is here protecting us from something it perceives as dangerous. And yes, emotions can be one of those perceived dangers. One of the best ways to teach your brain that emotions are not dangerous is to feel them as they come up. I don't believe we really need to dig up everything that's ever happened to us in 3rd grade, 5th grade, 7th grade, whatever, to try to get better in our 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s, right? Because we are who we are because of our life's experience, but I don't think our current pain is necessarily still about what was going on at the time the pain started. So I will encourage you to feel your right now emotions. Right now emotions means if something is kind of rising up in you and you're feeling agitated, sad, grieving, fearful, anxiety, right? Jealousy, shame, guilt. Some of these big main categories of emotions. Allow. I don't think we have to dig, because for most of us living on this planet in 2021, if we just allow ourselves to, there's probably going to be some emotions there that are better served being felt so they can be processed, released, and move on, as opposed to just kind of squish them back into the closet. So allow, don't dig. Digging says, in order to get better, I need to go find something that I should be pissed off about. I'm not sure that's what's driving this process. And I'm not suggesting some of us don't have, past traumas that affect us in some sort of way, create a state of anxiety or fear in us that, we can't ignore it. But again, as far as the emotional equation here, as it relates to TMS, I'm not a big fan of digging, but I am a big fan of allowing. So if you're feeling something, allow yourself to feel it. Breathe it in. Feel the emotion. And if you're feeling sad today, it's okay. Be sad. Nothing bad happens. Sadness isn't dangerous, right? None of these emotions have any meaning other than the meaning that you get to assign to them. So what if the meaning of all of these emotions, many of which, a lot of people are terrified of, what if the meaning of these emotions is, I'm a normal human being having a normal human experience? Then there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not crazy if I feel sad or angry or even rageful. It just means I'm a normal human being living. Hello, people, in the year 2021. There's a lot about this planet and the way society's going to be angry about. There's also a lot to be really positive about, right? There's a lot of people that are still maintaining positive energy. And that's you. You're here looking for a way to create and design a brighter future for yourself. And that's one of the coolest things ever. And I'm so blessed to be able to help and witness people recovering, getting better, taking their life back from this chronic pain or chronic symptoms and recovering and finding joy again. It's one of the coolest parts about what I do. I love it. And you guys make me smile every day. You challenge me every day because there are definitely some people who are really having a tough time. It's challenging sometimes to find the right way to do it. But I love it. And that's why I keep on showing up for you every single day. Trying in every single way I can come up with to think of different ways of explaining similar concepts so that at one point, hopefully, this one message will resonate with you where maybe the others didn't. And so I'll keep on showing up for you. I really encourage you to show up for yourself. And as it relates to emotions, we all have an emotional state. Don't go digging and trying to create one. It's not as if you're like in a pretty good mood. I'm not convinced taking out a pad and paper and trying to find reasons to be pissed off about things that were not bothering you up until the time you started writing shit down. I don't think we want to dig up reasons to be upset. There's enough already. Just allow whatever's there to be felt. Feel it deeply, intensely. And I saw written somewhere there was a study that they said generally within 90 seconds of allowing yourself to truly feel an emotion deeply, intensely, acknowledging it, within 90 seconds that emotion starts to release. Right? So don't be terrified of your emotions. They're temporary. They're not dangerous. And yeah, I know some of us might say, I don't like being sad, or I don't like being angry. Those things have consequences. Remember, feeling is an inside job. That's for you. Feeling is not expressing your emotions on people around you and creating all sorts of negative social consequences as a result. That's expressing emotions. I don't believe that's required to get better from TMS. Yes, there are cases where an adult conversation with somebody in your life makes sense. So I get that. But I don't believe we need to tell the world we're pissed at it in order to get better. But it is useful and a part of the equation to feel the emotions. The other big portion, in my opinion, is teaching the brain that your body's fine. That's TMS 101. Your body's not the problem. Accepting that TMS is the only reason you're hurting or suffering other symptoms. Even if you don't have pain, if you've got some other stuff going on and you've done the analysis and figured, yep, that's what's going on for me. Accept that, believe it. And then, aside from feeling the emotions, which is a part of it, The rest of it is all teaching your brain that you're okay, that you're safe, that nothing bad is happening. And a lot of that stems from how you respond when you feel or notice the symptoms. And so, allow the emotions to come up and be felt, and allow them to release. Because clinging to them, clinging on to anger and resentment, and holding a grudge, that's not helpful either. So just allow. Don't dig. Don't look for reasons to be pissed off. Just allow whatever's there. If you're having a good day, you don't have to dig up the old crap. Right? Just focus on the safety stuff. Consistent messages of safety. So, love you guys and gals. It's just a little bit of my take on the emotional discovery piece, the emotional work. I don't like to think of it as work. Discovery is a better word if you're going to do any emotional, processes at all. I like discovery. It's like, let's find out something new. But I don't even think it's a matter of digging up the old crap. You're not in pain because of something that happened in 3rd grade, right? The pain has become learned through fear, association, conditioned responses, and the attention we give it. It's become learned. So we can unlearn it. If the brain's powerful enough to create it, it's powerful enough to turn it off. So, allow, don't dig. Hopefully you found that helpful. And have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you.